President. Obviously, I submitted this question before President Obama's announcement, and we've now had more detail emerging about what the administration is actually proposing. I note the cross-party support in relation to this issue, but again, it falls short of what we would like to have heard and seen. I suppose my question here today is, now that we've had time to mull over the decision, what is your opinion of it, Minister? And I note you've also warned the undocumented Irish immigrants against trying to return home for Christmas.
Thank you. The Deputy will be aware that this is and will remain a key priority for the Government in the course of our bilateral relationship with the United States of America. Through our embassy in Washington, in particular our Ambassador Ann Anderson, through our consulates throughout the United States, we continue to work closely with many other individuals and groups across Irish America and beyond to achieving a measure of relief for undocumented Irish migrants in the United States and improve channels for legal migration between Ireland and America. During my visit to the United States from the 23rd of September to the 1st of October, I had a wide range of meetings on this important issue with both Irish community groups and high-level government contacts, including Vice President Joe Biden, White House Chief of Staff Denis McDonough and Secretary of State John Kerry. The House will be aware last Thursday President Obama announced new measures which will benefit thousands of undocumented Irish immigrants based in the United States. Pending further possible measures being considered by the US Congress, the President's measures are a step forward which will undoubtedly have a positive impact on immigrants' lives. The Coalition of Irish Immigration Centres have welcomed the announcement as an important first step in allowing for much-needed improvements to the immigration system. At the core of his proposals is that undocumented immigrants in the US for more than 5 years who have children who are US citizens or legal residents, who register, who go through successfully background checks, who pay their taxes, they will be protected from deportation and given temporary legal status. I particularly welcome last Cancora provision which, for the first time, albeit under limited conditions, will permit some travel from and to the United States for those undocumented Irish who are eligible to apply under the arrangements the President has announced. Details as to how the travel provision will work in practice have yet to be confirmed, but through our embassy in Washington, we are following up on it directly with the White House and the US Department of Homeland Security.
Thank you, Minister. Deputy Seán Crowe.
Minister, I know that the embassy in the States is having various meetings with right across the States in relation to this issue, and I suppose there's a note of caution here. It's not a pathway to citizenship. It's a huge step that people have to take in relation to if they're going down this path. But I think, again, there's really potential here, and I think that's the message we're all sending out there in relation to this. What advice is being given by yourself and the immigration centres in the US, warning all undocumented Irish against attempting home? I was saying about the Christmas. And will you reiterate the calls that they should speak to the immigration contact centres and an immigration returnee before they attempt to travel? Is there a time scale in relation to this rollout? So I suppose really what people want to hear this morning is more information. What exactly is happening around this? Am I right to be saying that people should be cautious in relation to moving forward on this?
Thank you.
And again, whatever additional information you can give here this morning would be useful.
I don't wish to raise expectations on this issue. Undoubtedly, this is a step in the right direction. It represents real and substantial progress. It's an acknowledgement of the very hard work undertaken over a long number of years, but particularly in recent times by my colleague Minister of State Sherlock, my colleague Minister of State Jimmy Deanahan, who visited the US on a number of occasions, the Chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee, Pat Breen, and members of all sides of the House who have, over a number of years, expressed a deep-seated interest in dealing with what has been a traumatic experience for tens of thousands of undocumented Irish in the United States who have been unable to come home, who have been unable to return return to visit their loved ones, their families, and in Ireland, who have been unable to attend funerals, who have been unable to come home for weddings, and have been divorced from their families in a way that has been traumatic and has caused a great hardship. What we've heard last week from President Obama represents progress, albeit with further important steps yet to be achieved. And I'm happy that that progress is real. I am determined that as many Irish nationals as possible will benefit from these changes. It's estimated that there are up to 50,000 undocumented Irish emigrants in the United States of America.
Thank you, Mr.
It's anticipated that some tens of thousands of those will be in a position to benefit.
Well, Deputy Crowe.
Again, Minister, I suppose what you have this expression of people coming in from the shadows, and I suppose if they take that step and they go down the road of the social security registering and so on, I suppose the difficulty then is that once you come out of the shadows, you can't go back in, and that's where the big decision has been made. Again, we're all welcoming the fact that there's possibly five. This may impact on 5 million. But what about those others that are outside that? I think in terms of those who can't have children, those who are from the LGBT community and so on. Is there any information coming out in relation to those people that are being left behind by this process? I know we were all expecting a lot more from the statement. I don't know what advice President Obama got in relation. He is in a situation where Congress and the Senate is packed with Republicans. But are you hearing positive messages coming from that quarter in relation to them wanting to come up with some sort of deal on this issue as well?
Minister, Féin reply.
It is a very important first step, and I was very pleased to hear campaigner Billy Lawless, who for many years has been campaigning on the matter of the undocumented Irish. Listening to him last night from Chicago, his welcome was very forthright, was very positive. But I agree with Deputy Crowe. While President Obama's initiative is very important and very positive, there's no substitute for legislation enacted by Congress. And the government and our embassy staff and our immigrant groups will continue to work with the US administration, with our contacts and the political parties, both in the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. We will be making close contact, continuing our engagement. We have already forged strong friendships across both aisles in Congress, and we will keep building our network of friends on Capitol Hill.
Thank you, Minister.
To our embassy and consulates, we will continue to encourage further steps that will reflect the concerns and the needs of the undocumented Irish and their families, as well as improved channels for legal migration between Ireland and the United States of America.
Thank you, Mr.